Hey everyone, it's Duncan from 4x touring.com. Today's video, I want to just talk to you about all the upgrades I had done to Diceros recently. Now, those of you who have been following my channel for a while and watched my recent videos would know that I had diff locks installed. Well, there's a bit more things I got done to Diceros apart from the diff locks. And I thought in this video, I'll talk you through the reasons why I had them done, and then perhaps, it might help you as well in, your 4B. Could you believe it? Yesterday we had clear blue skies and it was a perfectly good day, and then today I thought, heck, it's a Sunday, I might as well do a video. And then I come out here and it's drizzling. Well, at least we got the sun out, so that's a pretty good thing. So Diceros has done close to 340,000 kilometers. I have done 100,000 since I got Diceros from the previous owner. Now, it's been very well looked after, and I've put a lot of care into Diceros, and usually 80 series and Land Cruisers in general can do a fair bit of traveling, a fair bit of mileage, and yet you need to do the regular maintenance and also keep looking out for the sort of telltale signs which kind of tells you that a bit of maintenance is required, particularly if you are the type like me, wants to now and then try and do a long remote trip, and a lot of the time, in my case, it's usually me and a Johnny that travels. And it's not that we want to travel alone all the time, but it's a lot of the time we're self-employed, we can get time off whenever we feel like, whereas our friends don't really have that luxury of getting time off whenever they feel like. So we've kind of end up traveling a lot of the time by ourselves. So for that reason, I'm no mechanic. I only have knowledge that I've picked up from over the years, and I now and then kind of spend a bit of time going through the vehicle from periodically and checking out things. And if I see something which I feel doesn't seem right, then I consult the garage that I go to and I ask them for their opinion. So about a year ago, we had just got back from our trip to Mount Ives Station and Gawler Ranges. If you missed those videos, go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and it's in the playlist as well. And I came back, and then I was doing my usual checks, went underneath Diceros, and I was checking for like oil leaks and any visible signs that there could be some wear happening and needs attention. And I also checked on the prop shafts and where the prop shaft goes and connects on to the diff, the front and rear, that what I'm talking about. And one thing I noticed was there was a bit of a play both in the front and the rear diffs, and the rear diff had a bigger play than the rear one. The rear diff had a bigger play than the front diff. So took it in, got an opinion from the garage, and they said, look, it's on its way out. I could possibly do about another perhaps 10-15,000 kilometers, or a little bit more perhaps, but it certainly needs attention. So I got thinking, and I thought, well, might as well get it looked into right now. And that's when the whole decision to put in diff locks came around. Now, I did a completely different video on why I decided on diff locks as opposed to getting just a rebuild of the diffs done. That's a separate video, again, I'll leave a link in the description. But along with it, since the diffs were getting removed and we were going to all that trouble, I thought I might as well get a complete rebuild done on the front and rear axles. So what that involved is, and those who are mechanically minded will know exactly what I'm talking about, what it involved was stripping the entire front axle, going through all the drive shafts, making sure that they're up to a good spec, and if there's any machining needed, get that done. Check the wheel bearings, replace the wheel bearings on either side, and anything else in that axle that needed attention. Of course, the diff locks were part of it. And then the same with the rear. And by the way, coming back to the front axle, Diceros being a solid axle, it's got swivel hubs. It hasn't got CV joints or anything. It's a solid axle, and it's got what's called swivel hubs. That's when the wheel turns at the same time the drive is maintained. And swivel hubs were done, all the seals were replaced, and the entire front axle was brought back to almost good as new. And similarly with the rear axle, same thing. Again, it was completely stripped down, bearings replaced, drive shafts checked and brought back up to spec, and then of course the diff locks went in. So you could say the front and rear axles along with the diffs have been pretty much brought back to brand new spec, and I have now the confidence that those are in good condition now. Now there's more that can be done to the drivetrain. There's the center diff lock or center diff, and then there's the transmission and so on, and touch wood, fingers crossed, I haven't seen any problems as far as Dicerus is concerned. But that's again something you need to be, when your mileage builds up, and that's something you need to kind of keep in mind. So if you do your routine checks on your vehicle, you don't have to be a qualified mechanic. I'm not a qualified mechanic, but these are little things you can do yourself and then get somebody's opinion, rather than taking it across to somebody and say, hey, check these out for me. Because one, you do it yourself, you kind of bond with your vehicle, you get to know your vehicle better, and at the same time, if you get someone else to check it, they're obviously going to charge you for it. But if you do it yourself and you get a bit of knowledge, hey, you've saved that amount of time on paying someone else. At the same time, then you can sort of pinpoint certain things that you feel perhaps needs attention, and then go and get someone to give you a second opinion. So that's what I wanted to share with you in this video today. Hope it was helpful. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or write to me through the website 4xtouring.com. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscription button, notification bell. My channel is all about sharing my experience in overlanding with the rest of the community, and thanks for watching.